Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I'm here today to do my next installment of Shop My Stash. Okay, so again, it's been 4 weeks. Apparently when there are major holidays on the horizon, I'm not capable of sticking to a schedule. So, it is what it is. All that really means is that I got to play with these products even longer, and I got to pull in some other things randomly throughout the month. So let's just go ahead and get started. If you're not familiar with my style of Shop My Stash, maybe this is common, probably is. For the first portion of the video, I talk about the things that I chose last time, how much use I got. I ballpark that. I'm not stringent with like keeping record. That's not my personality type at all. But I'll let you guys know my thoughts about how often I used everything, and then we'll jump into the shopping portion of the video. So if you want to see some what I'm talking about, I guess, then just keep on watching. Okay, let's start with eyeshadow palettes. This Gimme Glow Christmas Morning palette, I wish I knew if this was available. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that these shades you can get individually. I know like Gifts Galore used to be available as a single. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. I will say the Gimme Glow matte formula is maybe not my absolute favorite, but I can make it work, and it is nice. I like the color story of this. It's very much Christmassy, but you can do some very wearable looks. And then the shimmers here, just it's witchcraft. I don't know how they get these shimmers to be what they are, but they're incredible. This shade right here, this Gifts Galore shade, is one of my all-time favorites. This gold pajamas, seriously, so nice. Those are the two shimmers that I use the most. Like I don't use red shimmers or silver shimmers very often. I don't know why I'm swatching these. My hands are super dry. Oh my gosh. Okay. These are I'm noticing with age that they're a little bit chunkier than they used to be, but they're still beautiful. So it's like chunking everywhere. But anyways, here are the shimmers swatched out. They're liquid metal for your eyelids, but not like burning. They're gorgeous. I really need something to wipe my hands on now. Anyway, I got eyeshadow all over my table. But I created some incredible looks with like the green matte. Okay, hold up. I'm just so excited about this, and I'm talking a mile a minute. I use this, I believe it was between 5 and 10 times. I use this exclusively for 5 looks, and then I know that I dipped into some of these shades some additional times. So 5 to 10. One look, I went to a Christmas party and I used this shade as my transition. I buffed this up into the crease a little bit to deepen things up and along the outer V. And then I used Gifts Galore and pajamas. So I used this quad here for one look. Another look, I used this quad here. And then another look, I incorporated, I want to say it was actually this. It's kind of split up into quads, if you see that. And I used each quad once and then just played around with the colors for several other looks. And I loved every single one of them. I'm so happy that I have this. This is never leaving my collection unless it just disintegrates, which may be happening after getting those shimmers everywhere. Anyways, if it's still available, I highly recommend picking it up because it is very, very nice. Okay, this one is not available anymore. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I know that I recently saw this for sale, I think on Mercari. So people are selling theirs. Maybe it was a Facebook group. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure if you really want this, you could probably find a used one online somewhere. Anyways, this is the BH Cosmetics Naughty Palette. I used this for about 5 to 7 times. And it's actually, no, I want to say I used this closer to 10. We'll say closer to 10. I really like it. There are two pressed glitters, which I'm not crazy about. The shade Chestnuts and Jingle Bells. Those two shades here and here are both pressed glitters, but they're not like terribly chunky. But yeah, I don't know. I like this palette a lot. I don't know that it's the same like formula as the next BH Cosmetics palette that I'm going to talk about, the Zodiac palette. And I like that formula a lot more. But it's nice. It's still really nice, and you can create some beautiful looks. Every look that I came up with this was gorgeous. I know I did. I was feeling more neutrals, and so I was playing with this, like these 9 pans up here quite a bit, but then also dipping into some of these more colorful shades, but like the muted colors, like Balsam and Very Merry. Nutcracker is a really beautiful, like plummy brown that I was loving. And then for shimmers, I was using like Decked Out and Cheers and Spicy, Mistletoe, Rum. I got a lot of use out of this actually. So really happy that I got to play around with that. And then next up is the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. This was, I think, my first BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette purchase ever. And it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's what I have on my eyes today. These mattes are incredibly blendable. And the shimmers are to die for. I just pat it on with a finger. But actually that's a lie. I pat it on with a finger and then I go over it with a wet brush because that's what I like to do. It just really gives it some extra oomph and gets it kind of to the level of these shimmers. But any whoosies, this is a highlight shade, and one critique that I have is that the powders from the matte tend to travel into this highlight. So I don't ever use this as a face highlight, but I do have it on as an inner corner highlight today, which you can't really tell. I did it really, really lightly. But today, like I've got this matte as my transition. I've deepened up the outer V with this deep like chestnut shade, and then kind of deepened up the crease a little bit with this warmer matte shade here. And then I've just got Pisces, this shimmer here, all over my lid. And it's so pretty. It is absolutely gorgeous. Really, really happy that I have this. I've done some really nice purple looks with these purples down here. I've done some green looks with the greens up here. Like this shimmer here is a duochrome. It reminds me a lot of that one shade in the Natasha Denona Gold palette that I lusted after for so long and never did bite the bullet in getting, and now it's discontinued. But I really only wanted it for that one shade, and I have that shade, so we're good. Oh, okay. I need to catch my breath. I am caffeinated. Let's move on to other things. Let's talk about foundation. So I chose the Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation, which this is no longer available, which is a crying shame because this is damn good. Oh my gosh. It's so nice. It's not a heavy cakey matte. It's I would say more of a demi matte. It's a foundation I have on today and my skin looks like skin. Like it looks nice. The shade match is nice. I just cut back. I don't know why they discontinued this line. People raved about this one, and she had like a luminous finish or dewy finish foundation that people seemed to really, really love as well. Anyway, when I was filming my Lash Out My Stash, I said that I thought this was almost gone. It's not. I was really confused. I went to use it the first time and I went and just like, figured that the pump wasn't going to work because it was almost gone. And I went in and just started like painting it on like a paintbrush. Then I realized that it's not almost gone. There's a lot of product in there still. So I did not use it up like I was hoping I would, but I don't care. It just means that I get to continue to love this foundation. So I'm excited about that. Okay, I have some face products to talk about. Oh, let's talk about this. This is the No Problem Prime primer by Touch and Soul. I did use this like twice. Sorry, foundation I used every day. No, I didn't. There were a few days that I did not do my makeup, but every day that I was doing makeup, I did this. This I used 2 or 3 times, and the situations where I would use this is if like I showered in the morning but didn't do makeup right away, and so my moisturizer had really sunk into my skin, then I would go back and do my makeup a few hours later, and I just kind of wanted a little something for my skin but didn't want to just do more moisturizer. I was using this, and that was really nice. So I like these two paired together. On its own, this is definitely matte, but not flat, like I said. With this, it just gives your skin even more of a skin-like finish. So it is nice together. Not necessary, though, if that makes sense. For concealer, I was just using my Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. And this is actually, I think, almost gone, which is good because this is too dark for me. Especially in the winter. I think this works well in the summer, but I don't know. One way that I've been getting it to work lately, excuse me, I just burped. One way that I've been getting this to work for me lately is by using it as more of a foundation. So I only did this once, and it was on a very light makeup day. I'll use my Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, which is what I have on today, under my eyes. And then I'll do this one like along my cheekbones and on my forehead a little bit, on my nose, and blend it all in. And it helps conceal the redness on my cheeks, but it's not a full face of makeup, if that makes sense. So I did that once. Other than that, and I mean, I did use it as my under eye concealer a few times, but realized that it's just getting to be a little bit too dark at the moment. So I have recently switched to the Catrice. Okay. Mascara, I was using this e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. I'm gonna call it gone. Like, it's really, really dry at this point. I can still get it on my lashes, but I'm kind of over it. So as of today, I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara instead. All right, let's talk about powder products. So blushes, Melt Digital Blush Duo and Raw Honey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so good. Big time favorite. One of my absolute favorite blushes ever made. So nice. Yeah, I love it. I used this most of the time when I was doing my makeup. This was the blush that I was opting for. So we'll say like 20-ish times. I also did get some use out of this Hourglass Quad. This is the Ghost Edit. Nope. The Ambient Lighting Edit Mini. This is the holiday palette that they released, I believe, last year. I got it on sale for like 40 something. Originally, they're like 65, 70. My only critique of this is that the pan size is freakishly small, and you just cannot get, like, this is my bronzer brush. And it completely eclipses the bronzer pan, which is annoying. So I have to like pinch or just like tap, 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 tap and keep rotating so that, it's just annoying, but it is workable and I can do it. The products themselves are gorgeous. This highlighter, you can build this up to be a pretty intense highlight, but you can also like buff it out so that it's just this incredible glow. And I really enjoy that. The blush is incredible. It's making me want more of them. I'm looking to see if it says, it's called Mood Flush. I don't know if that's like a permanent shade or if that was just with this. I probably should have looked into these things and I didn't. Anyways, it's really nice. They blend out really great. No issues, no patchiness, no skipping. They last great. They've got a really nice longevity. I'm into it. This is, Soft Light Finishing Powder. Yeah, it's very good. Definitely is, I want to say I did use it as a true finishing powder. Like I set my face with a different powder and then I dusted everything with this and it blurred. It was good. And then the bronzer is really nice as well. It's not too pigmented. It gives you just that like natural sort of sun-kissed look and I like it. So I do really like the products in there. And I want to say I might have even included this in a makeup I regret buying video at one point because I was so annoyed by the shape of the pans. But now that I've played with it even more, I'm going to have to go back on that I do actually really like it. Okay, powder. I was using my Kosas powder. This is the Cloud Set powder. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? The dome is not so domey anymore. That's exciting. I really like that. Yeah, I've been using this quite a bit. It's a nice powder. It's good for setting. No real issues. And I use that every day because that was the powder that I pulled in. Now, my NYX banana powder. This is what I use for under my eyes. I thoroughly enjoy it. I have noticed that since using that, I don't have my concealer. My concealer used to like lift up on like in my inner corner all the time. But since setting with this and specifically setting it with a sponge, I don't have that problem anymore. So it's kind of nice. Okay, my other bronzer that I used was this number 7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. This is the bronzer I was using most of the time because I will be honest, even though I really like these products, the pan size it inhibits me from actually using it on a super routine basis. So this is the bronzer that I have been using a lot. It's not what I have on my face today. I wanted to try this other bronzer that like I wasn't sure how I felt about. So anyways, but I did use this quite a bit. I would say I used it, let's see, it's been a month. I mean, at least 20, 25 times or more. I use it pretty much every day aside from yesterday and today, 2 days. So yeah, I got a lot of good use out of that. Okay, highlight. With this, I use this highlight 3 times. Every other time I was using this highlight for the most part. No, that's not true. I started a project pan and I've been using one of the highlights in my project pan a little bit, but every other I mean, this I was using 15 to 20 times. And I would say it's not my favorite. This is let me tell you what it is. The Persona Cali Glow highlighter in Zuma. It's fine. It's the highlight that I have on today. And it on camera, it looks really nice. I think it's maybe a little bit chunky. No, it's not. It's very nice. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it accentuates texture, but other times it doesn't. So maybe it just depends on the base. I think it pairs really well with this matte foundation. So maybe, I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know why sometimes I love it and sometimes I hate it. It is what it is. So that's that. Okay, I think the last thing we have to talk about is lips. I chose 2 lipsticks. I've got a Mauve Moment by Juvia's Place. That's what's on my lips today. I love this. It's a great, mauve-y nude. The formula is really, really nice. I actually just featured this in my year-end favorites. It is really a great formula. My only complaint is the shape of the bullet, but I have already beat that horse to death, so I'm not going to focus on it too much here. I would say I wasn't wearing lipstick a ton. I just tend to not, I don't know. Like if I'm going to work, I'll wear lipstick. But if I'm here at home, I tend not to. And I was off from like December 23rd to January 3rd. So I was here at home, and if I'm around my baby, I'm not putting lipstick on. Because I kiss him all the time. I can't keep my lips off of those. He has these chubby cheeks, and I have to smooch him. I can't help it. It annoys him, and I know this. So I try not to do it too much. But anyways, I don't want to put lipstick on and then kiss him and then have to deal with getting lipstick off of him. So yeah, I thought it was masks that were inhibiting the lipstick wearing, but I'm pretty sure it's the baby. The baby. Anyway, but it is a very nice formula. And every time I wore lipstick, I was wearing that. Now, this next one is the Disney Villains and ColourPop Evil Queen lipstick. I pulled this in. I was specifically looking for a red that I could wear for Christmas time. And do you want to know how many times I used it? A big fat 0. Like, I just... Nope. I didn't have the time or the patience to be dealing with red lips because they're high maintenance. They really are. And I don't have the energy for that. So I didn't do it. Okay, so that is everything from last rotation. Let's jump into the shopping portion. Okay, guys, so I completely forgot that I had pulled this Super Shock shadow in. This is set to stun, and I never used it. So I'm going to keep this in. I'm also keeping in the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. I've been using this Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I've got my Kosas powder, my NYX powder, my Love in London palette, and I'm also going to keep the No Problem Prime Essence in. So that's all staying. Let's start with eyeshadow palettes. Okay, I am doing a project pan. I still need to film the intro video to that, but the palette that I have in is a neutral palette because it makes the most sense as something that I would want to pan potentially. I think... Man, usually I have a good idea of what I want to grab, and I honestly have no idea what I want to do this time. Okay, I haven't grabbed the Juvia's Place Valhalla palette. I'm going to pick this one. I hope to use it a few times. And then in keeping with the Juvia's Place theme, this is the Blushed Rose palette. I'll grab this as well. Okay. For blush, you know, I'm going to grab this Nabla blush. I haven't used it in a while. It's the Truth Skin Glazing Blush. I just talked about this in my year-end favorites. I really enjoy it. So I'm going to grab that. And I do have a blush in my project pan, so I think one blush is good. Single shadows. I don't know why I have these, you guys. I'm going to grab this J-Cat. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's one of their Prismetal like cream shadows. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna grab that. Highlight. Ooh, my gosh. I need to declutter these so bad. Nothing is jumping out at me. I have a highlight in my declutter. Not declutter. Have I been saying declutter this whole time? If I have, what I'm trying to say is project pan. I just used the Persona. That's a bronzer. Let's do Flexitarian. I haven't used Flexitarian in quite a while, and I do love it. So we'll grab that guy. Bronzer. Oh man, I'm all winded. I've got a bronzer in my project pan. Do I need... Maybe I'll grab a bronzer, and my goal will be to use it half of the time. So I'm going to do butter bronzer. Haven't used this in months and months and months. Okay, powder, you know, I've got my Kosas powder. I think I'm good there. I've got that Prime Essence. I don't need a primer. Those are more eyeshadow palettes. I'm fine. Oh, there's face palettes back there. I didn't realize that. Huh. Oh my goodness. Well, hello, face palettes. I'm not going to choose any of you right now. Okay. For foundation, I'm going to pick two. One of which is this Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I'm preparing to film my worst of 2021 video. And I don't have a lot of products to talk about, but this might be one of them. I've used it a few times. I do not like it, but I want to try it again and see if maybe it's just kind of finicky and I need to use a certain primer. So I'm going to grab that. And then I'm also going to grab this Catrice True Skin foundation that everybody raves about. I purchased this before people started raving about it, really. I was just kind of curious about it. I saw it on Ulta's website. And yeah, I feel like I might have used it once months ago, and I don't remember what I thought. So we're going to be using that guy. Okay, so that just leaves us with lips. And I know right now I want to use my Buxom Lip Plumping Gloss. And then I'm just going to choose one other lippy that, I don't know. I've got a lipstick in my project pan. There's something of every category. I'm doing like a rolling project pan, and I just want to have one thing from most categories in there, and then as those things are panned, I will grab something new for my collection. Not new, but something different. I hope this makes sense. Okay, the lippy that I'm going to grab though. Here. This is, it's a Bare Minerals lip in the shade Swag. It's just a nice cool toned sort of mauvey rose shade. So yeah. Okay, so here's what we're working with this month. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks. Here's what we're working with for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I am excited to put some of these products to good use. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up, subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.